People thought I would fall apart under the weight of their betrayals. They assumed their actions would break me, that I'd crumble and fade away. I saw their smirks, heard their whispers when they turned their backs on me. Each of them placed their bets, certain I wouldn't survive the fall. But here's what they don't get. I'm built differently. You see, I've been carved from stone, shaped by fire, and rebuilt in the wreckage of their lies. To them, my scars might look like weaknesses. They couldn't be more wrong. Every scar is a story of survival, a reminder that I've faced their worst and walked away stronger. While they laughed and celebrated my supposed downfall, I was crawling out of the abyss, fueled by the fire of determination they unknowingly lit. The truth they fear the most isn't my anger or my strength. It's this: I'm still here, breathing, fighting, planning. They thought they could bury me, but all they did was wake up something unstoppable. They don't realize that while they were reveling in their false victories, I was in the shadows, sharpening my resolve. They believe their thrones are secure, their empires untouchable, but they don't see the cracks forming beneath their feet. They don't hear the footsteps, the steady approach of someone they thought they left behind. That someone is me, and I'm coming back, not for forgiveness, but to reclaim what's mine. Forgiveness isn't part of this story. It died the day they betrayed me. They spat on loyalty and called it strength, abandoned me when I needed them most, and expected no consequences. But in this world, no one is untouchable. Every empire falls, and their time has run out. While they've grown comfortable, drunk on their so-called victories, I've been preparing. Every moment of silence was strategy, not surrender. I let them believe they were safe, because the quiet before the storm always feels deceptively calm. But now the storm has arrived, and they won't be ready. They might call me cruel. They might beg for mercy. But mercy isn't an option. They didn't show it to me when they left me bleeding. Why should I grant it now? I've learned that in this world, mercy is a gift, not a guarantee. And they've done nothing to deserve it. They thought they could erase me, that their betrayal was the end of my story. But I'm not a page they can tear out. I'm the ink that stains their hands, the weight they'll carry forever. Every scar, every betrayal, every moment of pain, those aren't signs of weakness. They're my badges of honor, proof that I've survived battles they couldn't even imagine. They climbed over me to reach their summit, thinking I was nothing more than a stepping stone. But what they didn't realize is that I am the mountain. I am the storm that's coming to dismantle everything they've built. Their thrones were constructed on borrowed time. And now, that time is up. Every breath I've taken since they cast me out has been a step toward this moment. Every tear, every ounce of pain, every sleepless night, it's all been fuel for the fire they'll now face. They mistook my silence for surrender, but it was the calm before the chaos. They were too blinded by arrogance to see it coming. They sit in their false kingdoms, celebrating victories they didn't truly earn. But their walls are paper thin, and I'm the flame that will burn it all down. When everything they hold dear crumbles, and they search for someone to blame, they'll find me at the center of the destruction. Not as a victim, but as a force they never saw coming. This isn't about revenge. It's about justice. It's about showing them that their actions have consequences. They thought they could bury me and move on, but they didn't realize they were planting a seed. That seed has grown into something they can't control. I won't stop until they feel every ounce of the pain they caused me. Betrayal, abandonment, humiliation. I want them to taste it all, to choke on it the way I did. They'll see my face in every shadow, hear my name in every whisper, and know that I'm not just a memory. I'm their reckoning. They thought I'd fade away, but instead, I've risen stronger. Every lie they told, every time they turned their backs, every dagger they placed in my back, they've all been added to the list of reasons I won't stop. They turned me into this, and now they'll face the consequences. The world doesn't give second chances, and neither do I. Mercy is for the weak, and I've learned that survival is the only rule. They think they've known pain, but they haven't felt anything compared to what's coming. Pain is the only language they understand, and I'll speak it fluently. Every move I make will be calculated, every strike precise. They'll know without a doubt that this is their downfall, brought on by their own hands. They'll look back at every moment they betrayed me and see it as the reason for their ruin. When they're finally on their knees, begging for a forgiveness that will never come, I'll remind them of every time they laughed while I burned. This isn't just about me. It's about setting the record straight. It's about showing them and the world that no one gets away with betrayal. Even the tallest towers fall, and the strongest walls crumble. When their empire lies in ruins, they'll know it was me who brought it down. They'll try to fight back, but it won't matter. They've already lost the one thing they can never get back: their peace. From the moment they see me again, they'll know that their time is over. I'm not here to play fair or make amends. I'm here to take back everything they tried to steal from me, and to remind them of one simple truth. In this world, the strong survive, and the betrayers fall. They'll think it's over when I leave them in the dirt, but they don't understand. This isn't the end for me. It's a new beginning. I've been forged in fire, strengthened by every battle, and I've come out the other side as someone they'll never forget. So let them tremble. Let them fear the day I return. Because when I do, I won't just take back what's mine. I'll make sure they never forget who I am. I am the storm they didn't prepare for, the reckoning they thought would never come. And I'm here to prove that the world doesn't forgive, and neither do I. It's never over. Not for them. Not for anyone who tried to step on me. I'm not just taking their power, their pride, or their precious thrones. I'm taking their peace of mind. I'll be the shadow that never leaves. I'll be the fear in their hearts, the thing they can't escape. Every time they close their eyes or the sun sets, I'll be there, standing over them. Every creak in the night, every flicker in the dark, will remind them of the wrath they brought on themselves. I don't just destroy my enemies, I haunt them. They'll live the rest of their lives waiting for me to return. Even when there's nothing left for me to take, I'll still be there, lurking. This isn't about winning a battle. It's about making sure they're erased from history, ensuring the world forgets their names while mine is whispered in fear and awe. I'll tear down everything they built. I'll turn their dreams to ashes. They thought they could get rid of me, but now they're the ghosts of their own failures. They think their alliances and schemes will protect them. Let them try. Let them gather their forces and build their walls. It won't matter. I've learned to move in silence, to strike where it hurts the most. One by one, I'll tear apart everything they've built. They'll be left with only despair, the same despair they wanted me to drown in. I'm not a warrior they can face head on. I'm a force they can't predict, a storm they can't control. They'll try to fight with the same arrogance that made them think they could defeat me the first time. But they're wrong. This isn't a game they can win. I've studied them. Every weakness, every flaw, every crack in their armor. I know it all, and I'll exploit it. When they thought I was gone, I was watching. When they thought they silenced me, I was learning. Every move they made, every step they took, I tracked it. I stored it. I prepared for the day I'd return to destroy them. They handed me the keys to their downfall, and now, I'm using them to unlock the gates of hell. They think their numbers will save them. They think I'll be overwhelmed by their combined strength. Fools. Numbers mean nothing to someone who's walked alone, fought alone, and survived alone. When they see me standing against them, they'll think they have the upper hand. But they don't realize I've turned the impossible into my weapon. I don't need an army. I am the army. When the dust settles, they'll finally realize the truth. They were never the hunters. They were always the prey. I let them think they won because it was the easiest way to draw them out, to let them expose themselves for what they really are. Cowards hiding behind stolen power. They'll call me a monster, a villain. the destroyer of their perfect little world. Fine. Let them. I wear their hatred like armor, and their fear is the blade I wield. I don't need their approval, their acceptance, or their forgiveness. I'm beyond their shallow judgments. They made me this way, and now they'll reap what they've sown. They think I wanted this, that I chose to become the nightmare they can't escape. This isn't who I was. It's who they forced me to become. They took my kindness and used it against me. They took my loyalty and twisted it into a weapon. Now, they'll see what happens when you push someone too far. When you leave them with nothing but fire in their soul and darkness in their heart. I'll burn everything they've built. Not because I have to, but because I can. They need to understand that actions have consequences, and the world doesn't forgive. Neither do I. They'll think it's cruel, unfair, excessive. But fairness died the day they turned their backs on me. Cruelty became my language the moment they left me for dead. And now, as I rise, as I take back what's mine, they'll learn the final truth. Mercy is a luxury for the weak. When they kneel before me, broken and defeated, I won't offer them the hand they denied me. I won't give them the peace they took from me. Instead, I'll leave them in the ruins of their own making, a testament to the price of betrayal. As I stand at the top, looking down at the world they tried to control, I won't feel guilt or regret. I'll feel power, because the summit was never theirs. It was always mine. They were just temporary occupants of a throne they didn't deserve. And now, it's mine again. They'll try to rebuild. They always do. That's the arrogance of people like them, thinking they can rise from the ashes without understanding why they burned in the first place. Let them. I'll be waiting, watching, letting them stitch together their fragile towers of pride and power, only to bring them crashing down again. They don't realize their efforts are futile. Their days of control and victory are over. They'll call me relentless, obsessive, cruel. But they don't understand what it's like to be cast aside, torn apart, and left to rot. They don't know the fire it takes to climb out of the abyss and become something unbreakable. I am relentless because I have no choice. I am cruel because they made me this way. And I am obsessive because the only thing that drives me now is the thought of their inevitable ruin. Do they think I'll stop once I've taken everything from them? That I'll disappear back into the shadows? This isn't just about revenge. This is about rewriting the rules. This is about making them understand that the summit isn't theirs to claim. It never was. They built their thrones on borrowed power, on stolen dreams. And now I'll take it all back, not for them, but for me. They'll curse my name. They'll call me the villain, the destroyer of their lives. Let them. Every scream of fury, every accusation, will be proof that I've won. They wanted me gone. They wanted me forgotten. Instead, I'll become the legend they'll never escape. The world doesn't forgive, and neither do I. Forgiveness is for the weak, those who cling to hope like it's a lifeline. But hope is a lie, a poison they tried to feed me to keep me docile, to keep me quiet while they took everything from me. I've tasted that poison, and now I spit it back in their faces. I don't hope, I act, I don't forgive, I destroy. They'll think they can buy their way out, bargain for their lives with promises and lies. But I don't deal in words. Words are cheap, just like their empty apologies. I deal in action, in consequence, in justice. And when I strike, it won't just be to hurt them. It'll be to make sure they never rise again. They thought they could silence me, but my voice will echo long after they're gone. They thought they could bury me, but I am the roots that crack the earth. I am the force that rises, no matter how deep they dig. They thought they could forget me, but I'll be the memory that haunts them until their dying breath. When they fall, and they will fall, I'll be there to watch, not with pity, not with remorse, but with satisfaction. I'll know they finally understand what it means to lose, to truly lose, the way they made me lose, to feel the ground pull out from under them, the air stolen from their lungs, the weight of their arrogance dragging them down into the abyss they tried to throw me in. Do they think they're the first to betray me? The first to underestimate me? They're not even close to being the last. The world is filled with people like them, users, manipulators, and cowards who believe their power is unshakable. But I've encountered their kind before, and I know exactly how to deal with them. They all follow the same pattern. They all fall the same way, with fear in their eyes and regret in their hearts. They'll try to claim it's unfair, that I've gone too far. They'll say I've become the monster I once swore to destroy. But they don't understand. Monsters aren't made. They're born. And they were the ones who gave me the strength to become what I am now. They taught me how to fight, how to strike with precision. If I've become a monster, then they are the ones who created me. They are the ones who have to answer for it. When I stand over their ruins, I won't feel pity or remorse. Instead, I will feel power. Because I didn't just win. I obliterated them. I wiped them from existence. There will be nothing left of them but ashes and echoes, a stark reminder to the world that betrayal comes at a cost. No one, no matter how high they climb or how untouchable they think they are is immune to the consequences of their actions. They thought they could break me, crush my spirit. But all they did was sharpen me. They tried to silence me, thinking they could make me disappear. But all they did was give me a louder voice, a more powerful one. They thought they could destroy me. But what they didn't realize is that they were only making me unstoppable. Every attempt to tear me down only made me stronger. Now they'll pay for their arrogance. They'll pay for their cruelty. They'll pay for their failure to understand that I'm not someone they can erase. The world doesn't forgive, and neither do I. It's easy to think you're invincible when you're at the top, when you've built your empire on the backs of others. It's easy to believe that nothing can take you down when you have all the power. But that's where they made their mistake. They didn't see me coming. They didn't realize that, for all their power and manipulation, I was quietly studying them, learning their weaknesses, waiting for the right moment to strike. I knew they would fall. I just had to wait for the right time to make my move. And when that moment came, I didn't just take what they thought was theirs. I took it all. I wiped away everything they built. I reduced their world to rubble. I'm not just after their power or their pride. I want their peace of mind. I want them to live the rest of their lives in fear, knowing that they've crossed someone they can't defeat. When the dust settles, when they see everything they've built crumble, they'll understand. They'll realize that they weren't the hunters. They were the prey all along. And as they kneel before me, broken and defeated, I won't offer them forgiveness. I won't offer them the peace they thought they could take from me. Instead, I'll leave them to face the consequences of their actions alone. So, let them call me a monster. Let them call me cruel. Let them hate me, because every word they say, every accusation they throw at me, is proof that I've won. It's proof that I've taken everything from them. And now, they are nothing. The world doesn't forgive, and neither do I. If you found this story motivating, inspiring, or just something that sparked a fire inside you, hit like and subscribe for more content. Let's keep moving forward and rise above the challenges that come our way.